I have made several videos now basically condemning and calling out all those people that seem to think that there is a starvation crisis going on in Gaza. If there was truly a starvation crisis going on in Gaza, I really do think every single one of us would know more about it and actually see a lot more images of more children and even adults that are starving. But why is it that we're only seeing one image? One image that is circulated on all of the mainstream media outlets, and so many politicians have been sharing it as well because they seem to think that it's truly despicable and horrible what's going on thanks to Israel. So they're quick to blame Israel, aren't they? But when they actually see this photo, they don't realize what they're sharing is a child that suffers from a muscular disease, and they're using it to portray the starvation crisis. And not other images have been shared. I wonder why that is. It's very interesting, isn't it? Now, Hamas is very good at their propaganda machine. I made a video about Megyn Kelly. She called it out too to Piers Morgan, and well, she jumped off a cliff after that. So if you haven't seen that video, go and watch that. But this video is to talk about why Piers Morgan loves to lie about these kinds of things. And why do all the politicians lie about these sort of things? Even Charlie Kirk came out, made a video about the so-called starvation crisis in Gaza, and he said it's all a lie. It is all fabrication. And he hates it when people lie to him. I hate it when people lie to me too. It's one of the worst things ever, because the thing that I do on this show is what? Tell the truth. You've got to tell the truth, especially in today's day and age. Otherwise, how's anyone going to trust you? They're not. You're just a propagandist. It's like no different to World War II when the Nazis were very, very good at propaganda. Very good. Everything's fine. No, it's not. It's far from fine. Hamas is very good with propaganda too, making Israel out to be like the enemy. Sure. Look at this. Look over here, everyone. Sleight of hand. Meanwhile, we're actually the ones that are committing all the atrocities to our own people, not Israel. Bernie Sanders. Netanyahu says there's no starvation in Gaza. He goes, that's a lie. Sure, Bernie. Trump and Congress must decide. Will you continue to support the starvation of children, or are you willing to use all possible US leverage to stop this horrific humanitarian disaster? Great question, Bernie Sanders. How do you suppose Israel does that? How do you suppose the US does that, huh? When Hamas has rejected many ceasefire deals, when they've still got 50 Israeli hostages. Yeah, it's all good and well for you to call for it and then say that it's the fault of Israel. Huh. There is no starvation in Gaza, no policy of starvation in Gaza either. And I assure you, this is from Benjamin Netanyahu, that we have a commitment to achieve our war goals, meaning we want to get all the hostages back. We will continue to fight till we achieve the release of our hostages and destruction of Hamas, military and governing capabilities. They shall be no more. Piers Morgan responds by going, bullshit. Really? Really, Piers Morgan? Is it because you saw one photo of the kid with muscular disease that was used? Seems how people with a very low IQ are quick to believe in propaganda. Very quick. And that is Piers Morgan. So Levi goes, so you believe his military chiefs, but not him? You're clearly a one-sided crook out here for the clicks. Either you believe all of them or none of them. Siding with just one side because that fits your narrative isn't journalism. It's Hamas activism. Exactly. So what we've been seeing from Piers Morgan is he's like, this person said this person said that. If it's against Israel, sure, I'm going to latch onto that. Doesn't matter who it is, I'm going to latch onto it. Notice how Trump hasn't gone out against Israel. All he wants is to end all of it. He's tried to bring about peace, but do you think anyone in Hamas is really going to bring about peace? No. Good luck with that. So the other photo that is being used is from August 10th, 2014, near a Sinjar mountain in Iraq, showing a Yazidi girl fleeing violence. It's not from Gaza in 2025, despite recent misattributions. People will use, and this is from my friend Kosher, it's sickening. It's getting out of hand now. The pro-Palestine movement has no shame in stealing the sympathy of victims of Islamic terrorist groups and pretending it was the Jews. Aside from the mainstream media using photos of children from congenital diseases, and passing them off as being kids starved by Israel, we are now seeing more stolen images like the one below when, you know what, terrorists, the Yazidi women. If you have to go to these extraordinary lengths to fake these kind of things, my guess is that you can't actually find these levels of suffering in the first place. I have to agree. Because like I said, the very beginning of this video and in the video that I made with Megyn Kelly, if there really was a starvation crisis going on in Gaza, don't you think we would see a lot more photos? Not just one of one child, but you notice how that one child has been used to accelerate this maddening narrative. Doesn't matter what it is. Anything that comes out of Gaza, you haven't seen it, man, they use it to bash Israel. It's actually pretty incredible. You've got to give credit where credit is due, right? They bash Israel so much over the littlest thing. You know why? It's so easy to do. They got the brains the size of a walnut. Tiny, insignificant, very low IQ. You're intellectually dishonest. You call that journalism? No, it's not. Charlie Kirk, credit to him. Like I said, he made a video with a man, a rabbi, I believe, Jewish man. And like the thing is, we're not getting any evidence of starvation at all. None. And recently, the New York Times wrote an opinion piece saying there was no genocide in Gaza. But now they're running this and saying that there's a starvation crisis. Can't make up their bloody minds, can they? They really can't. And you got Piers Morgan going, long overdue. Speak up, Israelis. Don't let your government continue to commit these indefensible atrocities in your name. Why is it that pretty much all the Israelis living in Israel actually support what's going on? I wonder. Interesting, isn't it? Piers Morgan also goes to Jake Wallace-Simons. He's gone full Owen Jones to Piers Morgan. He's gone, you become Netanyahu's useful propaganda idiot in the UK and should be treated as such. Well, that's rich coming from Hamas's useful propaganda idiot, isn't it? That's what you've become, Piers Morgan. Well done. Bloody well done to you, Piers Morgan. Piers has gone, stop your appalling, senseless, and criminal starvation of Gazan children, Prime Minister Netanyahu, now. It's the first famine in human history where only children starve while standing next to obese adults. How could that be? I wonder too, how could that be? I'm still trying to figure it out. Seems like Piers Morgan sees one photo and that's it. That does it for him. Damn Israel! Man, sometimes I really hate this job, eh? The lies just get to me. I hate lies. I think more wars and more deaths have been caused because someone lied than anything else in human history. Lies equal destruction. And it ain't good. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.